Saving Cinnamon, the amazing true story of a missing military puppy and the desperate mission to bring her home. By Christine Sullivan. Narrated by Laural Merlington. Copyright 2009 by Christine Sullivan. This unabridged audiobook is published by arrangement with the Taryn Fagerness Agency, LLC, and was produced in the year 2009 by Tantor Media Incorporated, which holds the copyright thereto. You must do that which you think you cannot do. Eleanor Roosevelt. Chapter 1. The morning began like most of my days at that time. I opened my eyes, thankful that I didn't have to get up that early. The ski season was long over. That winter I had taught skiing to 3 to 6-year-olds at a local ski resort. I had risen out of bed at 4:30 a.m. each morning. It was a necessary evil that allowed me to take care of things at home and still get to the mountain on time for work. There I'd endeavor to inspire little people to venture into the cold and attempt incredible feats of physical acts, almost beyond their abilities. It was a lot to take on, but I had to admit getting up early had been enjoyable in unexpected ways. You see, it seemed not much of the rest of the world was awake at that hour. Often during the winter there was a new snowfall overnight that made the morning especially quiet and serene. Spirit, my very energetic 4-year-old shepherd, husky, collie mix, required a long walk at least every morning, which kept her somewhat calm during the rest of the day. So we'd venture out, just the two of us, into the dark, peaceful morning, exploring and enjoying the winter wonderland while most everyone else slept. Most important, though, getting up early that winter had afforded me the ability to chat live with my brother Mark through instant messaging. That's not so earth-shattering until you factor in that he was halfway around the world in Afghanistan, serving his tour of duty in the war that raged on. For months I worried about him day and night. I was thrilled when we learned he had set up a computer and installed instant messenger. I could IM with him if I was lucky enough to catch him online. As it happened, because of the time difference, our schedules lined up in such a way that I was starting my day about the time he was ending his. The time was 10 hours ahead in Afghanistan. For weeks we chatted online first thing in the morning, giving me comfort knowing he was safe another day. It was June now, and I was no longer working at the mountain. The 4:30 a.m. wake-up was a thing of the past. I could sleep in if I wanted to, but today I didn't. Instead, I popped out of bed, threw on my standard morning attire, sweatshirt and sweatpants, over my standard nighttime attire, whatever T-shirt was on top of the pile the night before. I stumbled down the stairs, readied Spirit to go out into the yard and sent her on her way. I knew it was a poor substitute for our long, serene walks of the winter, but I was on a mission. I was headed to the computer. Most days I'm one of those poor souls who is compelled to turn on the computer before I start the morning coffee. To me it feels like worse than a bad habit, more like a sad habit. Today, though, it seemed acceptable. Today was different. Today, tomorrow, or maybe the next day, there would be news, important news, and I had to have it as soon as it came and as soon as I could after waking. The news I was waiting for would arrive in an email from Mark. He was on his way home from Afghanistan, having been there for 6 months. I had treasured his emails each and every day. They were filled with the latest of what he was up to. The news he sent made his deployment seem less real, less dangerous, less threatening to the life and love that had come to mean so much. And we had gotten plenty of those emails throughout his time overseas, but these days I was waiting for an email that would bring news of a different kind. As my computer connected and I sent for my email, I reflected on how lucky our family was. Mark had left home for training in late October 2005, with orders to spend a year or more overseas. But now he was coming home more than 6 months early, and his service up to this point was virtually uneventful. Virtually. It was Mark's trip home that turned out to be far more eventful than his time in Afghanistan. Mark was in the city of Bishkek,